Hey Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to the real start of 2026. I hope that you had a wonderful spring equinox and that spring is treating you well. Uh, you're kicking off Aries season, the start of the new year, with Mercury in Pisces. And have some like flavor of an existential crisis or an identity crisis or a crisis of faith, or there could just be a deep, profound evaluation that you're still recovering from in regards to your belief system or your values. It's a lot and everything's gonna be fine, I promise. But I just need you to know like you're not crazy. I just feel like who you are is being refortified or rebuilt from the ground up in some sort of way. Go grab your shit. We got a lot to talk about. Gemini, boo boo, baby, sweetheart, boo boo kitty fuck. Hydrate, light it if you need it. I'm ready to dive in, so I'm going to go ahead and clear out any funky ass energy. Welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, Holy Spirit, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2026. I know that this is coming in almost halfway through Aries season, but I'm an Aries Sun. Extend me some grace. Thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, you need to really, really hydrate yourself, really, really be focused on yourself, really, really be taking care of yourself because you, Mercury goes into Aries on April 14th, 2026. Be sure to check out the Aries season astrology video that has all the important astrological transits and dates that you need to know about. But I'm gonna put you on game and let you know April 14th is like the start of your rebirth. So I need you to know it's okay that you need to know like you're in like the death phase, like you're in the shedding phase. There's grief, there's loss, there's rebirth. I think I said this for Taurus as well, but there's something like you are thinking because it's Aries season that you're already supposed to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. And I feel like Gemini, you're still a pile of ashes right now. Like the ashes are stirring and coagulating and like moving ethereally, and they're starting to like it's starting to be like, what the fuck what are those ashes doing? Like, you know what I mean? But you're still a pile of ashes. And so on April 14th, when Mercury goes into Aries, I feel like there's a whole lot of awareness coming in around um the fact that you haven't been stepping into the fullness of your power. I feel like you're really, the Emperor reversed on the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Wands reversed on the underneath that. Your Aries season into Taurus season is really going to be forcing you to look at your relationship to autonomy, independence, and structure and discipline. Can you create a plan? Can you stick to it? Do you know who you are? Are you operating in the fullness of your power and authority? Where is your power abused or latent, possibly? Turn this remote off. There's with the Emperor reversed on the bottom of the deck. Are people looking to you, and are you shying away? Are you someone that has a lot of knowledge and is scared to share it, or are you needing to get organized in how you share whatever information or skill that you want to, give back or put, back into the collective? I just saw 3, 2, 1 go. I feel like there's something about it's time to become more assertive. It's time to really look at your goals, babe, and get it done. And you may need to get tough on yourself. Also, some of you could be having, really intense interactions with people with Aries or Scorpio placements, or really intense interactions when it comes to like authority, or maybe toxic masculines, or like your concept of masculine energy is profoundly evolving or changing, especially with Mercury going into Aries. And Aries is coach dad. Aries is one of the signs of the father, archetypes of the father. And so there is a overhaul, I feel like, when it comes to you and masculine energy. And it starts with the masculine energy inside of you and your concept of masculine energy by way of like your father, your or lack thereof. So there, I feel like, is some coming full circle or some kind of healing or leveling up around an understanding when it comes to masculinity or a father wound that some of you may have. I do feel like some of you are in this place of like really recovering from unequal relationships or overbearing relationships, or dealing with somebody where things like the power dynamic is fucked, or there's somebody really controlling or abusive possibly. I also feel like this is a very small few of you, but some of you are finally figuring out like that the sugar daddy shit ain't it. Trying to date somebody for their money, or trying to make sure that who you end up with is somebody that has money. Some of you are realizing like that's not it. That you need to factor out. Yes, you want somebody ambitious and organized and structured and consistent, but they don't need to be like filthy rich. You know what I mean? So that's not all of you, but there is something that's going on there. But I also feel like there's a large group of you that is understanding self control. For some of you, it's self control around social media, self control when it comes to whoever it is you're trying to date, self control around oversharing, self control around undersharing, self control around control. There's just like lots going on with like control. And ultimately, like, what are you doing that isn't working? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries season 2026 is going to show you that. Nice. 10 of Cups underneath that. But it's like Mercury in Pisces was like, hey, we need to really focus on our spirituality. Then he retrograded in Pisces and is like, we need to reevaluate our entire belief and value system. We need to really reevaluate our spiritual practices and the way that we communicate with the divine and our higher self, and who is in the driver's seat when it comes to your spirituality. And now that Mercury is going into Aries, he's going to be asking, the universe is going to be asking you questions around like, who are you and what are you ready to do about it? And I do feel like for some of you, like, you may have already felt like you've built an empire, but now you're rebuilding. I also feel like some of you, there's a lot of rebranding that's going on. There's a lot of rebranding that's able or possible because of all this healing that's happening around masculine energy. Some of you have been caught up in like the fucking she woman man haters fucking club, and it's like really like it's giving bitter, it's giving like resentment, it's giving scorned woman. And I just feel like you're finally starting to see like that ain't it either. Like, men aren't always the problem, women aren't always the problem. It's communication. And you are the sign of, I think you are ruled by the planet of communication, and which means that you're either highly overdeveloped in how you communicate or highly underdeveloped in some sort of way, and you are struggling to find people that are on your level, which leads you to value things that may be superficial or prioritize things that are superficial, like novelty or money or what somebody can do for you. And I just feel like there's a huge like mind and mental reboot. There's a huge reboot that's coming with Mercury starting a whole new cycle and going into Aries. He does it more frequently than everyone else. He does it quicker than everyone else. He gets through the zodiacal wheel quicker than everyone else. But so this isn't new to this, but I do feel like you about to get true to this. Like there's something here around like you're not new to the rebirth game, but now I feel like you're like you've been burned down to a certain level, a certain access to your heart, a certain access to like your true core power and authenticity and potential is being accessed, and it's fucking dope. And I'm really fucking excited for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I feel like a lot of you are just like choosing to let go of this old outdated programming. Hydrate, essentially. So let's get into it. First card out, Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, there is like a releasing of the confusion that you've been going through. I feel like this is the Seven of Cups reversed. Feels like Aries season is really helping you to prioritize the shadow work that is being activated by way of Mercury in Pisces and Mercury in Aries. Mercury in Pisces, retrograding in Pisces, going direct in Pisces, and then going into Aries, to be specific. You know, there has been in Mercury in Pisces, that retrograde there, all those planets in Pisces, um, and then Mercury joining the planetary pileup in Aries, it's going to cause a very specific emotional outpouring, a very specific creative outpouring. I feel like it's giving you a certain access to behind the scene, behind the curtain. There's like a breaking of confusion and a new options that are available to you, because of the way that you're prioritizing your shadow and clearing things out. You're maturing, you're growing up. But there's this, uh, when I say emotional outpouring, I almost mean like a system cleanup, like an antibacterial flush is how it feels emotionally and spiritually. And I just feel like there's a new stability in the realm of your emotions, and you are the sign of I think. You usually try to lead with logic, but now you're starting to understand you need to access your logic and your emotions before you make a decision. You need to access your common sense and your intuition before you make a decision, you know. And so you're getting better at that, but I also feel like you're not hiding, you're not evading, you're not sweeping things under the rug the way that you used to. You're It's important to let yourself cry, grieve, mourn, because I feel like you are going through a death as well. There are a few signs that are really getting hit hard this Aries season, because they're crossing over that Pisces Aries cusp, and that's the ultimate end and the ultimate beginning. And so you're one of those signs right now. And so with the Seven of Cups reversed, I feel like there's clarity coming around what you've been building and who you've been building with. I feel like once you let yourself let things crumble, like some of you are like letting things end, letting things go, really accessing darkness and heaviness and shadow and raw, uncomfortable emotions. Like you're at a different level of processing it, and you're integrating things, like your behavior is updated. And yeah, because you've been in this place of recovery, the Temperance card, especially if it involves somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like a lot of you are recovering from some extreme fucking takers. You're recovering from some fucking narcissists. Some of you are dealing with people who have addiction issues. You may have addiction issues. You may be coming to like a real crossroads around your addiction issues, or the way that you numb, or the way that you have been numb, or understanding that you have been so numb that you have relinquished power, and now you're finally taking your power back, and you're stopping yourself from going full speed ahead in the wrong direction anymore. That's also been a big theme in Aries season. It's like like rerouting. Like I feel like there's someone with Sagittarius or Pisces placements that's playing a big role in your Aries season. I feel like there's almost like a lot of like a mirror that's being held up to you. There's something here around reflective surfaces, something about ego, narcissists, extreme taking, extreme giving, imbalances in regards to extreme give. Like it's time to find the neutrality. It's fine to eliminate excess, Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to let yourself recover. It's time to acknowledge that some shit has been upsetting and you need to recover from it, especially if it involves a masculine in your family or a father figure or a brother or a lover or just understanding like how one feeds into the other, how the father trickles down to the brother, how it trickles down to the lover, how it trickles down to the friend, how it trickles down to the coworker, how like the trail or the line of what like the sub it's like your subconscious programming around masculine energy and where it comes from. And I just feel like there's a huge breakthrough that's happening around that for you. Yeah, Eight of Swords reverse. Gemini, I feel like you're just getting out of this like self-imposed prison. You're breaking free from an old mental cycle and it's finally going to do you well. Especially if there's been like a looping in the mind or chaos involving somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, or Pisces placements. You are going to be learning how to establish a new flow in your life, but you got to start to understand. It's like the divine's going to show you that the fact that the shit is irregular or it's rigid or it's stuck or like why it's not flowing and how to like get it into like how to get shit back into flow. I just feel like yeah, period, poo. The Fool card coming out. There's this whole new start that's coming for you. Round of applause. And I just feel like you are still, you're just like really, really letting go of some emotional baggage. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. You've been carrying around some shit for a really long time. There may be somebody with Aries or Aquarius or Leo placements playing a big role in your Aries season. With the Fool card coming out, I just feel like, what do you want to start? What do you want to get away from? Who do you want to get away from? Do you want a more nomadic life? Do you want to travel? Do you want to explore? Where do you want to explore? Are you giving yourself that freedom? Are you giving yourself the fresh start that you need? I feel like, what are the essentials? What needs to be released? And what aspects of you need to be released? What habits, what behaviors need to be released? And what is essential and you need to sharpen up or fine tune or spit shine? There's a leap of faith that will be required in Aries season. And I just feel like when Mercury goes into Aries on April 14th, you're going to hit that full energy, and not in a pejorative way, not in a negative way. You're going to hit that full energy as in like aliveness, freshness, like this, like endless hunger and like this sensation of opportunity just crackling in the air. You know what I mean? I just feel like you are reborn. And the fruit of your labor start to come in the closer we get to Taurus season. The fruit of your labor are showing because you freed yourself. And I feel like there's this leap in the leap of faith will require freeing yourself, putting yourself first, breaking out of isolation, breaking out of being so like trapped in the mind. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. For some of you, there is someone with Aries placements or someone that works for themselves, that is really like, they may not be in their best place right now, or they may be questioning themselves a lot, or your relationship to structure and discipline and build and business and all that stuff. There could just be like all these questions around that. I feel like some of you, uh, there may be like someone almost not falling, yeah, maybe someone falls from grace, but also maybe some of you are seeing the humanity in someone um that you may have pedestalized in a way. I also feel like seeing the humanity in somebody does not mean giving somebody 50 11 chances to drop the ball again. So anybody trying to come back around that has already dropped the ball or that you dropped the ball with, you make sure you are not the person who is hitting folks with the hey stranger, because you're like your mind's going crazy trying to, some of you like Okay, how do I not make that an insult? Some of you are going to want to distract yourself from the mirror, from all that you're seeing, from the reflection. Some of you, I feel like you may be spending a lot of time on the phone or spending a lot of time scrolling, doom scrolling, maybe like distracting yourself, and you need a break from that. Some of you are, there's some like heavy hitting things that's coming up, and you may like it you may feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew, or you may feel like you're not mentally prepared to like handle what you're being asked to handle, or to look at what you're forced to look at. But you got to look at it. You have everything that you need in order to do it. You're a magician, you're an alchemist, you're a fucking star. You got this. You have everything that you need to let this old version of you go, to get out of this place of looping or vacillation or self-doubt or uh, restriction or pigeonholing yourself, or like cucking yourself. um it's time to just be- understand that a life is going to be changing, especially when you let yourself take the leap of faith. If you don't let, with something in Aries season or early Taurus season, is going to require a leap of faith or a cleaning of the slate. And if you don't do it, you will not fucking see the return on the investment this season the way you would have. Because either way, what's for you can't miss you. And I'm telling you, we can all delay our blessings, and but it's still for us. It's just sitting there, in the bank, essentially. But I just feel like the divine is making deposits, trying to make like day to day, tangible, real world deposits. And this could be an influx of money. This could be finally figuring out what to invest in, investments paying off, previous investments paying off, um, investing in traveling, investing in moving, investing in pursuing your goals and dreams, investing in therapy, investing in freedom, however you define, healthy freedom. Investing in traveling and having a more itinerant lifestyle. Gemini is the sign of short distance travel, but it is one of the signs of travel. And so you do need to be on, like moving about, shaking and moving. And I feel like the deeper we get into spring, it's going to be easier for you to do that. So go easy on yourself, especially until April 14th, so that you can really let go of this old version of you. And it'll stop. And when you let go of that old version of you, these people who are greedy or dominating, or who try to control or have power issues, these people that create suffering in your life, they won't be it's like you'll be invisible to them. I'm ready to clarify these cards. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. The links are in the description box below. Come on, let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.